By the end of this series, I want to do a 200 km ultra bike ride. However, I work my way up to that distance. In this video I try to tackle 75 km. I'm not only riding my bike, I am also playing a game to make my journey more interesting. There's 3 categories of cards. Advantages. These are beneficial cards that you can play whenever you want. Curses. These cards have a negative impact and apply immediately. Special cards. These cards have a special effect which applies either now or later. In the card deck, you can hold up to 2 advantage cards by default. There is no limit for the special cards. In this video, every 30 minutes a new card is drawn. Good morning. Today I will ride 75 kilometers on my bike. I already did 22, but I had to delete all of my footage since my GoPro corrupted the SD card. I'm really mad. I'm so pissed off, but now I will just continue. It was the first time ever I lost all my footage. I was really lucky that it happened in the morning. At the end of the day, the consequences would have been much worse. Now let me quickly show you which cards I had drawn so far. Draw a new card, play this card whenever you want. You can discard one curse, you decide which one. Stay still and balance your bike for at least 20 seconds. You may not move on before clearing this curse. After the footage loss, I had the 2 advantage cards in my deck, so it was already full. I was able to clear the curse with just 1 attempt, so I didn't lose too much time there. I was able to ride a bit, as the next draw was about 25 minutes away. Thanks to the amazing weather, my mood recovered very quickly. So I'm now 2 hours in, 29 kilometers, time to draw another card. This time we have Double Trouble. Do double the distance duration of your next curse. If the next curse is discarded, this card applies to the curse after. Okay. So the next curse will be a bit more exhausting. So yeah, now we'll cover some more distance. Depending on the curse, this card can be very scary. It was actually quite surprising that up to that point there was only 1 curse amongst the cards I had drawn so far. That meant that drawing a curse soon was not unlikely, so I made sure to enjoy riding without limitations. So, I'm now 2.5 hours in, almost at the halfway point of today, and now I will draw another card. Exhaustion mode. You must ride the next 3 kilometers at a heart rate above 160. Oh god, since I have the Double Trouble, I have to push now for 6 kilometers. This will be quite hard, I think. So let's push. I was actually scared that this curse would come, and of course it had to happen. I forgot that when biking I can't see the pulse on my watch, so I could not check if my pulse was above 160. The day before, I hiked 30 kilometers, and during this curse I really felt that my legs didn't have enough time to recover. My muscles hurt terribly, but I tried to push anyways. I kept checking the distance on my watch and was very happy when I knew that it would be over soon.
So that were 6 kilometers. I honestly think I didn't have an average above 160, but I pushed as hard as I could. My legs are just dead. And now I want to make a break desperately, so I will try to find a spot in the shade to eat lunch. I was just coming from here and I found a perfect spot to eat lunch with an amazing view. So for today's lunch I have 2 sandwiches, an apple and some snacks. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to eating. I'm very hungry now. So, lunch break is over. Now I feel energized again, and the next straw will be in 5 minutes. So, let's continue riding.
I was really glad that I was able to do the lunch break before having to draw another card. After the break I felt much better, so I was ready for the next drawing.
So, now I'm 3 hours in. And this time I have full body workout.
Do not only train your legs, do 75 push-ups to challenge your arms.
Yeah, I think right now I don't really feel like doing that, so I play my discard curse. Yeah, so that I can continue riding. It's also very rocky here, so definitely not ideal for doing push-ups.
Discarding the curse also saved me some time. I had an appointment in the evening and unfortunately I lost some time due to a roadblock at the beginning of the day and the camera issues I had faced. I kept my lunch break short to make sure I have enough time to do the curses without having to hurry too much. It was crazy how quickly time passed between the drawings.
So, 3.5 hours in, 21 kilometers to go. Time to draw another card. Wild card.
Draw 2 cards and choose one.
Okay, this means I will draw another 2 cards. The first one is half trouble.
Do half the distance duration of your next curse. If the next curse is discarded, this card applies to the curse after.
And the second one is gear malfunction.
Ride the next 15 minutes in single gear, you decide which one.
Okay, so I think then I will pick half trouble so that the next curse only applies for half as long. With this weather, biking is a lot of fun. It couldn't be much better.
After having massive problems with my GoPro, I was glad to be able to skip the gear malfunction curse. On that day I tested my new click pedals for the first time. Luckily they didn't cause any issues. I was actually very happy with my decision to buy click pedals. I'm planning to do a long bikepacking trip and wanted to improve my energy efficiency. Make sure to subscribe to this channel to follow my adventures.
So, I'm now 4 hours in. Only a little bit more than 10 kilometers to go. And the card is Back to the Roots.
For the next 30 minutes, you may not use any maps. You are allowed to use a compass.
Okay. So yeah, I still have the choker. And also the half trouble. So I have this curse for 15 minutes. And at some point I can also use the choker.
Probably you're now wondering what choker I'm talking about. At the beginning of the day, I drew the following card. Apply this choker during the curse back to the roots to be able to check your location on the map once. However, as I already had 2 advantage cards in my deck, I could not keep the choker. I thought I would still have it, but actually that was not the case. Since I got closer to my home village, I knew the area more or less, so missing out on the choker was no problem at all. The 15 minutes went by without losing orientation once.
I'm now at 65 kilometers, so only 10 kilometers to go.
Even though I was very tired already, I was suddenly very motivated to finish the ride. Not having to check the map all the time made riding more comfortable, and I knew I had earned an ice cream after crossing the finish line.
So I'm now 4.5 hours in, 71 kilometers. Let's draw another card. The card is Stand Up.
For the next 10 minutes, you may not sit down or take a break.
Yeah, my leg was almost cramping before, so I think it's better to play the draw card I still have, because that would kill me right now, 10 minutes without sitting. So yeah, I will play that. And now I can draw another card. Skip one drawing.
The next drawing will be skipped. Draw a card 1 hour from now.
Okay, that means the next drawing will be skipped, but I think now that doesn't even matter anymore, since for the last 4 kilometers I won't need that long. So yeah, let's finish the project.
At the beginning of the day, the stand-up curse would have been easy, but towards the end that's a completely different story. It was a smart decision to keep the draw card until the end, otherwise I would have had a cramp for sure. Even though not everything was perfect, it was a very fun day on the bike. I am so happy that it's finally spring and getting warmer again. I have many plans for this summer.
So, 73 kilometers, 4 hours and 40 minutes. I would say done for today. Considering that I forgot to leave the pause mode on my watch several times, I would say I definitely reached 75 kilometers. So, challenge completed. Let me know down in the comment section if you liked this new video concept and if you have any ideas for improvements. And as always, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.